What's going on, Drinking Buddies? Brand new podcast coming right at you. But you know what we got to do first? We got to talk about those things that generate a little revenue for the show. First and foremost, we are brought to you by the Patreon at patreon.com/MattSlayer. You can support this show for as little as $3 a month, less than the cost of a beer, for a little bit more, just a touch more. You can get the video versions early. You can get the audio versions ad-free. You can get the video versions ad-free. Get some extra content, all sorts of stuff at patreon.com/MattSlayer. We are also brought to you by the merch store at anwd.net/merch. Hats, shirts, all sorts of stuff. Tell the world you're a drinking buddy. Support the show that way with some awesome clothes at anwd.net/merch. Or if you're listening on YouTube, just go to the merch store in YouTube. Last but certainly not least, we are brought to you by our friends at Casa Nica. Casa Nica is a wellness brand, the kind of wellness that, vibrates, lubricates, improves your life. Go to casa-nica.com and use promo code ANWD at checkout for 15% off all your orders. And any orders over $100 has free shipping in the continental United States. Go to casa-nica.com today and get yourself some wellness. Also, drinking buddies, do me a solid. It's real easy. Just costs a little bit of your time, but costs you nothing. First and foremost, subscribe to the YouTube channel. What are you doing? If you're just listening to this on audio, why are you not subscribed to the YouTube channel? My guests are pretty attractive. You should see them. And also, the other really easy way you can support the show. Signal boost, share posts, let people know about the show. Just takes a little bit of your time. Costs you nothing. Appreciate all of you, drinking buddies. Let's get on with the show. My guest this week is the one and only Agatha Vega. Agatha was in from Spain. Oh, man. Just giggling the whole episode. She is just giggling the whole episode. It was a lot of fun. This was an absolute blast. I'm tired. It's late. The show's late. So sit back, relax, pop a cold one, and enjoy, drinking buddies.
Hello, how are you doing?
Doing well. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, you mix that yourself.
yeah. Maybe I put too much.
That face. I did not mix that cocktail.
No, it was me.
I purely handed her the bottles, and said, "Here you go. Here's a glass of ice. Have."
Yeah, because I don't like when it tastes just like cola, but it tastes a lot like rum. So, okay.
You got to find that good mix. You got to.
Exactly. It has to be a nice balance.
Otherwise, you just drink the rum.
Exactly. I can just drink like that. Ooh, no.
Speaking of drinking, you're originally from Venezuela, right?
Yeah.
What is the drinking culture in Venezuela?
And so actually the run is pretty famous in Venezuela. We have this, some of the best runs on the world. And, but also people drink a lot of anise. You ever try?
Mm-mm.
I don't know, maybe what's the name in English. It's so sweet. The one is shining, can shining the liquid. I don't know. And yeah, but I think mostly it's rum and people drink a lot of beer too. So Cuba Libre, that's pretty popular there.
Oh, yeah. Very cool. My only experience in South America is I've been to Colombia, but
oh, nice. Yeah, it's pretty similar. Yeah, like Venezuela. Mm-hmm.
In Colombia we were just drinking a lot of beer and a lot of beer.
They drink their how is it called?
Well, there was something that came in juice boxes, like little. I'm trying to remember what it.
Antioqueño, I don't know how it's called. Yeah, they have another drink there. But yeah, I mean, we are pretty similar anyway, Venezuela and Colombia.
I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Yeah, I don't remember too, yeah. All right.
I'm trying to remember. Damn it.
Baby.
This is just bad podcasting. I'm going to be just staring at my computer trying to figure out What is that alcohol I drink in Colombia? And
Aguardiente. They drink a lot of aguardiente antioqueño. But yeah, I don't know how to say. I mean, if it has a name in English, I don't have idea. But yeah, we like to drink in these countries. I mean, well, I think everywhere in the world. No?
Yeah, there's a reason that like alcohol is in most of the world.
Exactly. Yeah, true.
So except those poor dry countries, like because Morocco's dry, right?
Huh?
I think Morocco's dry. Speaking of like near Spain.
Yeah, probably. I mean, yeah, there are some places where people don't drink, but that's crazy.
What a horrible life.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
How long ago did you move from Venezuela to Spain?
And like 4 years. I always say 4 years, but I think it's been a bit more.
Like 10 years later, 4 years ago.
Yeah, I always say 4 years. Okay, I think maybe now 5. All right. Yeah, not so long ago because I didn't really want to leave my country, but it was great to live. And
anyone who pays attention to the news goes, "Oh, Venezuela's having some problems."
Yeah. No, and anyway, if there was no problems, good that because of this, I got to go out from there because I wouldn't have all the opportunities. I wouldn't be who I am. So everything happens for a reason.
Thank you for civil unrest.
Yeah. Exactly.
If everything had gone, completely like Venezuela was completely fine, what would you be doing there? Just still modeling?
Exactly. No, I don't have idea. Like losing my time, probably. I mean, because I never like to study. So really, everything's like just happened how it has to be. It's crazy.
Well, I mean, some things are out of our control. All we can do is just roll with it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Tell me about life in Spain. Like I've been to Madrid and I've been down to Alicante and Altea.
And how long you went there?
Oh, it was like a week and a half for the whole trip.
What? That's nothing.
I'm an American. We can't get away very long.
No, really. What?
American, the work culture, we don't get that much holiday time.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I mean, true. I forget that people like me, we can do whatever we want. So other people, yeah.
Well, thankfully, you can take your job wherever you want to.
Exactly. Yeah.
As long as you got one of these and you.
It's great. Yeah, I love that.
You're good to go. When I was there in 2015, like I had a job. So it was like.
No, that's crazy. I don't know how.
Yeah, it was just like.
I mean, it's the work, but I don't know how people. Yeah, like crazy. You cannot do nothing. It's just crazy.
Well, I'm of two minds. Like, one, we need those people because like the world would break down if we didn't have people work. Like. Every time you like, oh, I want to go to the grocery store, or go to a restaurant, or if people weren't doing that, if everyone was chasing their dreams.
Yeah. Even sometimes I complain, like in Sunday, there's no people working. Like, what the fuck? People have to have a free day. But yeah, no, I don't know. I hope it change in the future. No, like just people can have a bit more free time. No, like 2-3 weeks, like at least.
You'd hope, but
crazy.
So many Americans waste it even when they do have the time off. Like. The amount of Americans that don't have passports is insane.
It's crazy, yeah.
And then the amount of Americans that do have passports and then use it to go to like fucking resorts or cruises. Like.
Yeah, I actually, now that I met so many girls here, many of them like never been in Europe. So maybe they not, well, they interested, but I don't know why they didn't went yet. I don't mean.
Well, it's crazy to me. I do this obviously all the time. And I'll ask girls like, oh, so where do you want to travel to? And they'll go, Europe. I'm like, where in Europe? That's a lot of fucking places. It's not like just like it's like saying I want to go to America. Like,
yeah, no, here is also huge. Like, it's crazy. But yeah, I mean, Spain is nice. I live in Tenerife, it's a small island, so I don't like Madrid. I don't like big cities. So Tenerife is great. I mean, there's not too much to do if you don't like the beach, but it's really beautiful. And everywhere in Spain is beautiful. Also, Barcelona. The islands of Ibiza, Mallorca, beautiful, beautiful places. I'm
personally a big city person, so I had a lot of fun in Madrid. Like, except for Sundays being completely fucking shut down. I was like, as a tourist, like, what the fuck do I do now?
No, it's true. There's so much to do in Madrid. It's true. I wouldn't imagine to live there. Like, I don't imagine to live here. In LA, it's like too much city, but it's nice. I mean, yeah, for some days, it's great. No.
Have you ever thought about making the move to the States permanently, or you want to stay in Europe?
No, I want to come here and work and be like for some years, and then I'll see if I want to move. I mean, I don't know. Now that I'm here, I'm comparing like how is life there and here, and of course they both have like bad things, but here the thing about the taxes is killing me. So I think I prefer to go to Spain.
Well, and that's the crazy part. Like with all our taxes, that like healthcare will still fucking break the bank. Like at least in Europe, it's like, oh, you may pay a lot of taxes, but like your health will be taken care of.
Exactly. So here is something is crazy about that. Yeah. So I'm not sure. We will see. First, I'm gonna be here for work, and then we'll see if I love it and I want to stay here. Yeah.
Where all have you been in the States?
I just here, and I went to Texas because I have some family there. So it's really pretty. I mean, I heard that people say like, why there's people living in Texas, and I don't understand. Texas is really nice.
Like anywhere. There's some good, there's some bad.
Yeah, of course, I guess.
And a lot of people don't like Texas's politics.
Okay. Yeah, I don't understand. I mean,
well, it's like
it's cheaper than here.
Well, it depends on where you are in Texas. Austin's getting just as expensive as LA.
And I've been in Houston.
Houston's definitely cheaper.
Okay.
But it's stuff like there's no reproductive rights. Like if you got pregnant in Texas, it would be illegal for you to leave Texas to get it taken care of.
Okay, I didn't know. I guess I don't know many things.
So make sure next time you're in Texas, use protection. Like,
yeah, for sure. No,
honestly, I don't even know how that would work with the law. Like, because it's illegal to leave Texas to like get an abortion. So it's like if you don't live there, but you got pregnant there. But again, chances are you wouldn't still be in Texas by the time you found out you were pregnant, so you'd probably be okay. Assuming you didn't want to keep it. I'm just making assumptions like, oh, you're going to get rid of it. Like, maybe you're like, no, I'm going to keep that fucking thing.
No, I'm going to do the first, but yeah. I don't know. What I saw, it was nice. I mean, where my family lives is nice, like a lot of green areas and cheap and nice. The cowboy style, I think that's hot. I love the cowboys. When I was there, I was like, wow, sexy people. Wow.
Just walking around with the big hats.
Yeah, so hot. Yeah, I like this style. I think it should be back like everywhere.
Don't worry. It really is. It's just pockets of America. It's all over the place.
Exactly.
All over Texas, all over the South. There are definitely places around here where you will definitely see people rocking cowboy hats.
Here I didn't see too many people, but yeah, I think it's hot. Nice.
Yeah, a lot of it I feel like here is like in the like Hispanic community. You'll see
a lot,
Mexican dudes like rocking the cowboy hats and the boots and
yeah, can happen. Yeah, sure. Now I've been a few days ago in the concert of Bad Bunny. I don't know if you know him.
Yeah.
I love him. And everybody was dressing like a cowboy. It was so funny.
You heard it here first, folks. Yeah.
Now you
know. You want to get to our heart? That's like a cowboy.
Yes, and ride a horse. That's sexy.
Yeah. But if they come to visit you in Spain, what are they going to do with their horse? They can't put it on a plane.
No, yeah. Well, we had to buy a horse there. Many people have horses in where I live in Tenerife. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. So pretty.
I'm unfamiliar with the island. How big of an island is it?
It's not that big. I mean, I didn't been around because I don't have a car. I had to get a car. So
why don't you just buy a horse?
Yeah, no, I don't think with the horse I can. It's not that small. I don't know. I heard that maybe in 5 hours you can like go around the island, but I feel like it's bigger. But I don't know.
When you relocated to Spain, what made you want to relocate to there?
No, I was because my sister was living there, so I just had to be lucky because it's a perfect place. It's nice weather, so me that I come from Venezuela is amazing because everywhere is so freezing, so cold. So I appreciate like life has been so good with me.
Because I'm always curious, like when people don't settle in major cities, like why, like.
Yeah, no, just because, and also my mom was living there. Everybody moved before me, so.
Wait, they just left you behind in Venezuela?
Yeah, because everybody wanted to leave, and I was like, I don't want to leave. I was living with my father, and I love him. But yeah, at the end, good that they were there in Tenerife. Now my sister is in Madrid, and I don't like to go there, but but I have to, and well, that's also an opportunity to see Madrid sometimes. I mean,
I was only there for a handful of hours, like. And the impression I got was like, not a handful of hours, like a few days, but like,
okay.
The impression I got, I really enjoyed the few days I was there, but I could get like, if you're not into cities, like it's a city.
Yeah. No, there's so much people always, like every time of the year, even when, like the problem with Madrid is that they have such extreme weather, no? Doesn't matter if you are in summer or winter, but there's always people. Doesn't matter if it's crazy hot and you melting or it's crazy freezing and you frozen. There's always so much people. And yeah, I mean, many things to do. And many restaurants, many nice, curious things to do. So that's something nice from Madrid.
One of the things I love about Europe in general is like the cafe culture. Like, so much of the restaurants like have outdoor seating on like a square, and you can just sit there and eat and people watch. And
true. Yeah, that's like, something common there.
Yeah, California just like with the weather we have, we should have so much more outdoor seating and like
true.
Shit like that. But it's also like, oh well, there's also like homeless people and traffic and.
True. Yeah. That's something in Madrid is not that bad like here.
Yeah. Just sitting in some old square that's like probably older than America.
Yeah, true. I didn't think about that, but it's true. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like every time you go to Europe, it's just like, oh yeah, America's a really young country in the grand scheme of things. It's like, this country's only like 5 or 6 people ago.
Gosh.
So like when you're away from set, what all like are you doing with your time? Just hanging out at the beach or?
You mean while I'm here?
No, like at home. At home.
Okay, at home. Like what I do, not that much. Yeah, I mean, I could be doing way more things, but for now, I'm just trying to get my license and I focus a lot on my socials. Of course, I just want to grow there and do as much as money, saving money to invest on Tenerife. Let's see. And I go to the beach a lot, of course. Sometimes. I mean, I say a lot, but sometimes. Yeah. I wish I could go more. I mean, but then when you live in these kind of places, you don't go so much to the beach. Some people do, but I go.
Hey, if you're happy, like it doesn't matter if you could be doing more, as long as you're happy with what you're doing.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that's
because all of us content creators are like, oh, I could always be doing more. Yeah, and then you could drive yourself insane because there's always more to do.
Yeah, no, and I mean like personal things, not like I would like to do so much, but you focus on some stuff and then you see the time goes. Like I would like to do learn music and language and stuff, but then you just focusing all your time doing OnlyFans and bullshit. So that's crazy, but yeah, that's how it is.
Do you ever feel like if you slow down on like social media and OnlyFans and like that, you'll lose steam on it?
Yeah, it's crazy. Now you have to be so active. Yeah, like if you spend some days without being OnlyFans, you go. Well, in this case, so up in the percentage, like you start to gain less money. So it's shit. Like you cannot be 1 week without OnlyFans. You have to be all the time there because if it's not, you're gonna go down in the money like crazy. And socials too. Like there's so much competence. You have to be all the time creating content and uploading pics, videos. shit. Oh, it's crazy. Yeah.
Do you ever worry about burnout?
I know. Yeah, of course. Yeah. Sometimes. That's why maybe like in the mornings I don't want to wake up. Like I want to be on the bed as much as I can, and then during the day I get so active and I stay till the night late, like till 1 a.m. like active, uploading, edition, talking, proposals, and then when I go sleep I don't want to wake up like till middle day. I don't want to know nothing about socials and that.
I feel you there. Like. What's the point of like being self-employed if you got to be up at like office hours? Fuck that.
Yeah, I mean, people think it's I mean, we have a lot of free time, not compared to other people, but you always have to. Like, I'm on the phone 24/7. I mean, that's better than other jobs, but it doesn't change that you are all the time like there.
As I've said this many times. In a lot of ways, it's worse because like if you're working for someone else at 5 o'clock or whenever your day ends. You're done.
Forget about everything, yeah.
Not my fucking problem anymore.
Exactly, yeah.
When you work for yourself doing this, it's like no. I have to be constantly doing something.
Yeah, exactly, all the time.
And if you want to be remotely successful at it, you just always have to be on it. You're constantly posting, and that's why like what a lot of people don't seem to realize with like a lot of the successful YouTubers and like stuff like that is like they have whole teams behind them because it's impossible to maintain a work-life balance doing it all yourself.
Yeah, that's why. Also, yeah, some people, some fans, now like complain that girls has a team, but it's like, yeah, it's not possible. I don't know. I know a few girls do many things by themselves, but I don't know how they do. Like, it's crazy. We need help.
What's your thoughts on girls having like a team run their chatting for OnlyFans and stuff like that? I mean, my audience is aware it happens. Like other people have freely admitted that it happens.
Good. No, yeah, I mean, it's what it is now. And what I think is we all need that. Like, it's crazy. We cannot chat with that many people. But I like anyway. I mean, I have also people helping me, but I like anyway to be there and, be, of course, intimate with my most loyal fans. But then we need help. Like, we cannot do everything. We need, people, because fans want to be there, not chatting all the time and stuff. And then you have to be creating content and shit and then doing interviews and stuff. And so we cannot do all that. And so I hope they understand, like we are there, but not 100% because it's not possible.
Oh yeah, and like if you're responding to all your fans all day, you would never make the content that they really want to see.
Exactly. So yeah, it's like we need the balances.
There'd never be a time to get laid if.
Exactly.
Like that would be. I mean, someone should do this because it'd be hilarious. Just film a scene where like the performer's just responding to their OnlyFans the whole time during it.
No, that's good.
Like, this is what you want, all right?
Yeah.
This is what you want.
Yeah, no. I don't know how they expect us to be like all the time. And if you don't answer, some of them get pissed. Like, no, you ignore me. Like, no, like we don't have that much time.
I don't know the disconnect there on people who's like, you're not. It may be OnlyFans, but you are not the only fan.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Maybe they think.
Like, well, there's people who have their own self-importance in their head. Like, I'm spending, especially like if they're not well-to-do, like spending money on your OnlyFans may be a legitimate expense for them. And they may be in their head being like, oh, I'm spending all this money. And what do you mean she's not dropping everything? And that's their problem, not yours.
Exactly.
Like, dudes, you just need to realize, like, this is a business.
Yeah.
People will get to you when they can. It's not like anyone's ignoring you or hates you. It's just there's a lot of customers. It's like going to a line at a restaurant and be like, why am I not being seated right now?
Exactly, yeah. And I say, yeah, sometimes I feel bad because some people like really just searching for some kind of friendship or something on the content creators like me, but yeah, like everything, yeah, it's a business. Now we have to focus also in the people, yeah, who is spending more to get more of our time. We cannot just be there like chatting with everyone, like just because we feel bad. I mean, I wish I could, but no. Not
There's only one of you.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Do you get a lot of people on OF like professing that they're in love with you and stuff like that?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. No, and I got to have like really nice relationship with some fans. Like we really became friends, and I like just to get to know so many people around the world. But yeah, and I think many people fell in love. And that's cute. I like that.
I'm of two minds of it. Like you are definitely providing a service, and it's definitely a necessary service. People wouldn't be spending all the money if it wasn't a necessary service.
Yeah.
But also just dudes are like, I'm in love with this person. Like, you don't actually know this person though.
Yeah, it's crazy. No, my fans were never gonna know who I am. Really, I show like everything with the socials, the best of me, and they love the best of me. But if they got to know me, you wouldn't love me. But
okay, well, what's wrong with you? Why are you not lovable? Why do you feel you're not lovable? Why?
Well, because like everyone, we have so many self shit. Like I don't. For example, on relationships, now many fans think that I will be so good at relationship because I'm such a nice girl, and I'm so open, but I'm crazy. Like, and I've said this before. I'm so jealous, like a toxic way. You know, like it's not fun to have a relationship with me. So that's not something I recommend to anyone.
Oh no! Now I want to know. Like, so how are you toxic? Like, tell me about it. Like,
I think you heard that they say that the girls from Latin America are like crazy. I mean, not all of them, but I consider myself one of them. I don't know. I'm just maybe I guess it's insecurity. Of course, I'm so insecure sometimes about myself. Like there's so many hot women out there, and I love women, but I know also the nature. No, like everyone is bitch. Like even the people that say no, like everybody's bitch. So, and we should be like open, no? Like, and I sometimes like I'm so confused, you know, because I'm really open, but then I feel this insecurity, and I break the balls of my partner so much. Like I hate everything, no? Like if they like someone else speaks, if they talking with someone, which kind of words they say, and how they grab the girls, like everything. I'm so annoying.
so dating another performer is completely out for you.
Huh?
Dating someone?
No, actually, that's what I do more or less. I have like a partner from the industry.
Okay, but you're okay. You're okay with him, performing?
Yeah, that's something we are okay. Like I perform with other people, and he perform with other.
Well, yeah, because it's just work.
It's just work, but
it is just work.
Sometimes it's not work. Sometimes I break his balls because I see, I'm not stupid. Like he sometimes works. Most of the times he works, but sometimes, and that can happen because we are all humans. We found someone with who we do a movie, and you feel something else.
There's some chemistry.
Yeah, like a real chemistry. So you can see that it's like different. It really. And when I see that, yeah, I'm so annoying. Like, yeah, and I bother him like all the life with that. Like, yeah, you're in love with the girl, no? That's you like her, no?
Do you ever make him put someone on his no list?
I say yes, but I think he doesn't do for real, and he do with me too. Like he's also so jealous, so we are like this, both of us. And I think also being toxic can be nice for a relationship. It's like a passion. I not like I don't want you to be with that person.
As long as it's a compatible toxicity, like I mean that it's. What works between both people. Like no one else should judge someone's relationship if it works for the two of you. Like
yeah, exactly. It's been working because we've been many years already together. So I don't know. We like to be toxic sometimes. Yeah, that makes it fun. I don't know.
It's spicy.
Exactly, spicy relationship. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like as long as there's compatibility there, that's all that really matters. Like. It's like if you were a crackhead and someone who went to church, that's not going to work. But if you're two crackheads, that's toxic as shit, but probably will work.
Exactly. Yeah, if he was different, maybe like more chill guy. I don't know how it will be, but I think we do good.
Would you be upset if you didn't get jealous?
Maybe. I mean, yeah, because also for me, everybody's so different. No? For me, being jealous is like you care about someone. No? Like if you're not jealous at all, it's like weird. Like, okay, you don't care what your couple do. Like this kind of polyamorous relationships. I mean, like I think it's the normal thing we should do in the future, but also it's like weird because how you don't care your couple has another sentimental relationship with other people. Like. I don't know, like the same they have with you, but it's not the same. It's so complicated.
Well, and I'm right there with you. Like, for me personally, like, I'll happily do non-monogamy. Like, if that's the agreed upon rules, happy to do it. Polyamory, I'm not down with. Like, I don't have time to be in an actual remote emotional relationship with multiple partners. And I'm not going to be down with being the second or third person in someone else's emotional relationship. You want to go fuck somebody else? Cool.
Maybe that way, yeah.
Exactly. Cool. Whatever. Like,
But yeah, like being in love with many people. I mean, like we are in love of different people because of different things, because no one is the same. But like being in relationship with many people is, I don't know, I'm not ready for that.
Same. And also, I just don't have time in the day for it.
Yeah, no, exactly.
Like, I have problems keeping up with my friends and like one or two girls that I'll be dating, talking to, but to have like multiple full-on relationships, like, how was your day, honey? How was your day,
everybody?
Honey? How was your day, honey?
No, that's crazy.
Fuck that.
I don't know. Yeah.
I feel like people in polyamorous relationships should find a hobby.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna catch some hate.
That's a lot of free time.
I'm gonna catch some hate for that one. Probably.
No, it's true. I don't know. Crazy.
Start a YouTube channel. Don't get into it. I'm fucking with you. Do what makes you happy, as long as you're not hurting people.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the most important for sure. Yeah.
If more people would just live their fucking lives that way, the world would be such a better place.
Yeah. People care so much about what other people do.
What complete strangers are doing.
That's way crazier than be polyamorous. Yeah. And people think it's normal, but yeah, that's not normal. Like, weird.
I say this all the time. It's like people that get upset at strangers on the internet about choices that they're making that don't affect you in the least bit need to find something better to do with their lives.
Yeah.
They don't have enough going on in their lives if they give that much of a fuck about what strangers are doing.
And I was like that before.
Oh, were you?
But you know, when I was really young, I was so judging with people, like, this girl smokes weed, she's so stupid, I'm never gonna do that. And then I end up smoking weed, like, I was so stupid, you know? Well, but I think I had a lot of free time, like, I was such a stupid kid. And now I'm not like that. I'm so busy that, I don't have, like, time to do shit. Like, I see people doing rude comments on other people posting, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing with your life? Yeah.
Happy, successful people ain't got time for that.
Before I was a loser, so that's why. But not anymore.
Growing up, did you really feel like you were a loser?
Yeah, I was so loser. Yeah. I used to judge people so much. Like, what the fuck? And that's why I'm also scared. Like, I don't say I'm never gonna do that, because it happens so much. Like, something I say I'm never gonna do that, I end up doing that. So now I am really careful with what I say.
And there's nothing wrong with changing your mind when presented with new information. Hell, it's a positive thing to be able to change your mind when presented with new information. You're in the wrong if you're like, you said years ago, weed's wrong. And then you're like, weed's wrong, no matter what. All your friends are doing it. They're having a good time, not hurting anybody. Weed's wrong. You try weed. You enjoy it. Weed's wrong. Like, because you know for a fact that there are people out there that are like, think premarital sex or some shit like that's wrong. Well, go and do it and then be like, oh my God, I'm such a bad person because I did this thing.
Exactly.
Like, no, you're not.
We're always changing. Yeah, that's something that maybe.
Hopefully we are. Hopefully.
Yeah, exactly. That's the best, to be changing all the time.
Yeah. When presented with new information, changing your mind about something is perfectly okay.
Yeah, true. I agree.
As stupid as it is, for years I wouldn't try fucking sushi. Like, I'm not a big fan of cooked fish. So like, as a kid, I'm like, fish. And as an adult, people were like, oh, let's go out for sushi. I'm like, nah, I don't fuck with fish. I don't. And, like a dude, I was out on a date with a girl, and she's like, oh, let's get sushi. I'm like, okay, we'll get sushi. I don't know. I eat so much fucking sushi now. It's just like, oh, man, if I had just opened my mind a little bit about something as fucking simple as that, how many more years could I have had just fucking pigging out?
We close ourselves so much. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, we just decide shit. Like, if people are doing it and they're not hurting anybody, it's like, there's probably a reason that like that works for them. You should at least see if it works for you or not.
I mean, I want to think like that, but also with some extreme things, I guess it's hard to not judge, no? Like,
well, like, what are you judging people about?
Like, like, really, I try to be open-minded, but in this work, you get to see like crazy people, no? Like, people that likes weird sexual stuff, no? And you try to not judge them because people is like everybody's so different, but it's hard to not judge them, you know.
Are you talking about like stuff with like blood and like
with animals, you know?
Well, no, I mean anything with animals is no good because like animals can't consent. Like that.
No.
I'll judge on that because like anything that's happening, especially like for being filmed and stuff like that, should need to be between two consenting adults. Animals can't consent; they're not capable of it. So that's just wrong.
Yeah, that and many other things. That's what I mean. Like that phrase is good in like 99% of the things, but there's 1% that like you cannot say.
Well, fair. Yes, there are some things you're 100% correct. You should make snap judgments about and be like, no. No.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a really open girl, but like no, some stuff is not okay. Some people it's not okay.
See, I feel that stuff falls into you're harming someone in that situation. Like anything's well and good as long as you're not harming anyone or anything else. Exactly. So like that shit falls into harming someone. But like
that's an important point. Yeah.
I've definitely dated some women that like want to be hit. Like, okay, if this is what you're into.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's different.
Yeah. But I know that's not for everybody. It's not like, oh yeah, I'm gonna slap every girl that like I'm inside of. Like, you have to figure out boundaries of what people are into.
Yeah, that happens. Like for example, lately I'm watching interviews or things about girls. Well, not girls, but people complaining about the adult industry because of like rough scenes and girls being abused and these kind of things. Like it should be some productions that shouldn't be out. But then I think like there are girls that would like to work with this kind of crazy people. Like they enjoy crazy sex. So we cannot judge like that. There's people who really enjoy crazy shit.
Right. As long as the sets are being safe and like everyone's consenting.
That's the most important.
Yeah. And they're definitely filling a market for some people, like for the consumers. Because in all reality, depending on where you are in the world, you may never meet a partner who's going to fulfill that fantasy for you. You may meet someone who is into that kind of stuff, but they're not into you. Or you may never meet someone who's into that. Like, there's a lot of pieces. Like, if that's your thing, the amount of people that fit into that mold are smaller and smaller. So you're just reducing your chances there.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, having that video where they could get their fantasies fulfilled serves a point, serves a purpose.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. That's why.
I mean, on the other end, that's the exact same reason. Like, there's scenes where people are full on like making love, like the Passion like series, where like, oh, they're making eye contact and like, oh, they look so in. I mean, they're not in love. They're not in love. It's acting.
Sometimes they can be in love. I don't trust the acting. But yeah,
your partner signs up for a Passion HD scene. You're like, no, you're not doing it. No.
He's so passionate. Yeah, that bitch.
Is he the more romantic one of the two of you?
No, I think we both have our moments. Like, we are pretty similar now that I think. Like, we have our moments. We can be really romantic, and then we hate each other. Like,
well, it's good that you're compatible if you've been together for years.
Yeah. Crazy how fast time goes. Crazy. Mm-hmm.
As you get older, it only gets worse.
Yeah,
I promise you.
Yeah, my aunt always repeat that. Like from 25, everything's gonna go like this, and I'm 26 now. So
yeah, once your brain's fully matured, it's like, oh, time to go into warp drive.
I'm so scared.
Yeah, it's like when we were talking before we got over here. It's like, oh yeah, I've been in the industry for almost 15 years. Holy shit. I've been doing this show for 8. Like, holy shit.
Yeah. You had to stop every month, like, think, wow, we are in this month, in this year. We are here. Because now it goes so fast.
Yeah. My birthday was in February. It's like, that was already a month ago? Fuck.
going so fast, so fast.
It only gets worse.
Yeah. I know.
26 seems like yesterday and forever ago at the same time.
It's horrible. Not really. I'm so scared, but that's how it is. So.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it.
No, nothing. Yeah.
Absolutely, positively nothing you can do about it. Believe me, I wish there was. Like, I remember as a kid being like sitting in class and like, what, you're in school for like 6-7 hours a day? And it seemed
I wanted to finish so bad the school. Like,
but it seemed like it took forever, right?
Exactly. When you're not enjoying something, it takes forever. Yeah.
I don't know if it's just because I'm older now. Like, I'm going to be doing things I don't even particularly enjoy, and like, it'll just be over. It's just like, oh, that was 8 hours? Okay.
I know. Gosh, no, so scary.
Don't get old, kids. It sucks.
Yeah, it sucks. Oh my God.
Catches up with all of us. What have you been doing since you've been in the States, though?
Just meeting with a lot of girls, mostly.
Oh, look at you, player.
I'm enjoying my time. Yeah, you're leaking a lot of...
It's okay. You can say pussy.
Yeah, I don't know what I can say. Yeah.
Oh, you can say whatever the hell you want. I don't care. Like, if YouTube takes my money, YouTube takes my money. Fuck them.
So I'm leaking a lot of pussy. Yeah. And I'm happy because, and they get to lick me a lot. So I enjoy this. Which
one do you enjoy more?
I enjoy a lot to be licked by girls. Yeah, like it happens, and I don't know if this happens to all the girls. I guess not, because everybody's different. But guys say they want to eat your pussy, but they don't really do. So girls do, you know? So I love to be with girls more for licking pussy than guys. So that's something I'm enjoying a lot. And doing content, just doing a lot of things for my page. Yes.
Yeah, I'll freely admit, like, I don't dislike eating pussy. I like seeing the results of eating pussy much more than I like actually eating pussy.
Exactly. Many guys, they just, like, they don't have the patience. They don't know that you have to be there, like, a lot for make the girl come. Like, many guys just go there for 1 minute and that's everything. That's nothing. Like, they don't understand, but it's okay.
See, like, nothing's hotter than, like, the squirming and the arching back. It's like, okay, like, I know I'm doing work now.
Exactly. Like, you have to see the signs.
Yeah, the actual act of it is like, whatever. Like, I can take it or leave it. But like seeing that back arch and that squirm and like grabbing my head and pushing, that's hot as shit.
Exactly. That must make you feel nice.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I'm doing a good job here.
Exactly. But that takes time. Like,
oh
yeah. You're not gonna get that just being there 3 minutes. You have to be. Some girls can come.
Oh yeah, but before my tongue should even be there, like my hands should have been down there, like stimulating the clit a little bit. Like it's not like just like, okay, well, pull that skirt down. Let's get to work.
So yeah, that's something I've been doing, just enjoying the girls and trying to do tourism when I can that I didn't got to do too much, and trying to do as much as I can, just try to enjoy the time here.
What have you seen? Like, have you gotten to do anything? Like, any good restaurants? Anything?
Restaurants, yeah, there are so many good restaurants here. Yeah, I've been eating so good. That's something I've been doing. But yeah, like places, like tourist places. I've been to some, like, like what all the tourists do here in LA, like the Hall of Fame and this bullshit. So shit.
Oh no. I say all the time, LA is a shit town for tourism. Absolutely a shit town for tourism. Because how bad the transport is and how spread out everything is. Like, half of what you want to see is in all these different chunks around the city.
So far, yeah.
It's just shit to get to. Plus, most of our tourist attractions suck.
Yeah, no, and really, like, I don't know how it was maybe 10 years before, but...
No, they've always sucked.
Okay, always sucks. No,
now
it's not sucking more, no?
it's all fucking marketing. Like, people are like, oh, go check out the Walk of Fame. It's like, it's 2 miles of people's names on the ground. Woo.
I mean, I guess that was cute before. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's a lot of really sketchy people around there and like bad restaurants around it.
Exactly. I think what's around fucked up the place in general. So yeah, and really the homeless people is like you feel so bad for that people. Like you cannot enjoy the tourism. So then I've been to Santa Monica, Venice Beach, some piers. No, they all look the same, but I've been this kind of places. What else? I went to Universal Studios. So nice, so nice. I want to go to Disneyland, but not too much. Yeah, like I don't have too many plans, honestly. Just everything goes so fast. So I'm just trying to work as much as I can. Here.
It is a business trip after all.
Yeah. Everybody's here for business, no? I think who wants to be in LA for like living the life, like enjoy? Really?
I love it here. Like,
but why?
So the things that make LA magical are not things you can plan a trip around. The fact is, the comedy scene's amazing. Any comedian you want to see perform is going to perform in LA. They're probably going to perform in one of the clubs.
Okay.
Like in a small room. Like even the biggest room at the Comedy Store is 300 people.
That's a lot.
And it's still very reasonably priced. Music-wise, any act you want to see is going to play here.
That's true.
And in a lot of cases, yeah, like Bad Bunny was down in an arena, but in a lot of cases, a lot of the big acts are playing smaller rooms here because they're warming up for their tours.
Okay. I didn't know.
But like you don't know about it. Like someone will just be like, hey, this thing is happening here. And you can't plan a trip around that. Like, or, multiple times Dave Chappelle has just taken over rooms at like one of the comedy clubs. No announcement, it's just like someone is like, by the way, this is happening right now, get down here or not. We still have, if you're into movies, we have a bunch of revival and art house movie theaters. So it's like movies that you haven't been on a big screen since the 90s are still being played here.
Okay, that's cute.
Like the entertainment options are second to none.
Exactly. No, that's true. That's true. There's so much artistic stuff happening in LA, like so many creative people, and yeah, that's true.
And as a working creative, it's also really inspiring to be around a bunch of other creatives. Like Chicago, for being a major city, is not about that life. I know a lot of very talented artists in Chicago who talked a very big game about wanting to do something with their lives, and then they got a job that they were comfortable with, and then they just stopped.
Okay.
Like pre-porn, I worked in music. I ran a record label, and some of my acts, it's like, hey, why don't we do a small tour out to here? Well, I can't really get the time off work. Are you a magician? Are you a musician? I've been drinking, folks.
Musician.
Are you a musician, or are you a fucking, mechanic who plays music on the side? You need to make that decision, that distinction. And Chicago is a lot of people, not everyone, obviously, but is a lot of people that are, their actual passion is their hobby, is their side project. And they would do it full time if someone walked in and said, oh my God, you're amazing. Let me hand you a contract. Let me, they're not really willing to put in the fucking real work for it to make it happen.
Well, that happens everywhere in the world, like there's so much talented people that,
Yeah, but here, when people move here, they're not moving here to just fucking talk about it.
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
They do many things.
People hold down multiple jobs to chase the dream, and even they may be delusional. And if you have an ounce of self-awareness, you may be like, am I one of the delusional people? Maybe. But it's still inspiring. Like, in the time I've been here, a couple of my friends have like gotten, been on shows on Netflix and shit like that, and like, or opened for national headline in comics, shit like that. Like they are progressing in their craft. It may not be as fast as all of us would want.
Yeah, of course.
But they're still making progress. They're actively working for it. It's fucking inspiring to be around.
Yeah, that's inspiring. That's true. That's true. Yeah, I think it just depends, like which kind of life you imagine yourself living your whole life. Like you want to be here forever? You imagine yourself here? Dying in LA, like,
well,
or then you want to retire, like to some island.
Whoa! I'm an American. We don't get to retire.
I know, poor people. Oh shit!
Americans don't get to retire.
Well, true.
Whoa.
I want to retire.
Look at you.
Years.
Look at you bringing your European values over to get to retire. What the fuck is... Wow.
That's crazy.
Crazy. No, I want to drop dead young.
No.
States-wise, there's nowhere else I'd want to be in the U.S. Like, I'm as I said, a city person. And part of the reason I didn't like Vegas all in all is Vegas is very suburban. Once you get out of like the part of Vegas no one who lives there goes to. Like no one goes down to the Las Vegas Strip if you live in Vegas.
Okay.
Unless you have to. Like, because all the restaurants are there and all the concert venues are there. Yeah. So unless you're going to a nice restaurant or a concert, you don't go anywhere near there. And the rest of the city is very suburban. So I never really felt that. Like, I love visiting New York. I don't want to live in New York.
Okay.
I definitely don't want to go back to Chicago. Fucking cold. It's too fucking cold.
Yeah. That's also something about here, no? The weather. The weather is so important everywhere. Yeah.
I get it. Like in the 1800s when Chicago became a major city, like New York was already New York. And there was a lot of opportunity in Chicago. It was a boom town. Like the railroads were coming through there. There was a lot of meat packing. There was a lot of jobs for a lot of recent immigrants to the U.S. That's why Chicago exploded and became such a large city. Okay. It ain't 1887 anymore. There's no fucking reason to stay there now. Aww. No. There's actually a lot of really good food. There is a great town to get fat in. Yeah. But otherwise, but it's just not the life I want to live.
Okay, yeah, exactly. It depends what you want.
A couple of my friends have moved from the States to Europe, and it's like a couple of them like are in Portugal now, and it's just like they're loving it. And part of me would like, oh, it'd be fun to live abroad, but I'd have to be a different thing, like because this requires me to be in LA.
No, of course, exactly. Depends also what you do. Yeah, what you want to do.
Well, and everyone's like, but you can do this remotely. Like, no, this show is not fun remotely. I did it during the whole pandemic. No offense to anyone who did the show during the pandemic. Thank you for doing the show. It wasn't fun.
It was not the same.
It's not the same. Like there's something to be said about like sitting here in a room with you, drinking and bullshitting, versus like us being on a Zoom call. Like you're in the room here. Would you think it'd be a different vibe?
Yeah, of course it's different. Yeah. No, that's true. It's better to do real life.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like that vibe translates through to the audience too.
Exactly. Yeah. True.
One of the things I love about podcasting in this medium is how often do you get to sit down and have a conversation with someone for an extended length of time? Neither one of us are looking at our phones. We are just here having a conversation, being in the moment. Exactly.
Yeah. That's something cool. Yeah, I appreciate.
Like when you're doing it through a computer screen, like people are opening up their windows. They're like, the engagement's not there.
Yeah, you can always get distracted. Yeah, true. That's true.
The engagement's not there. It's just not the same thing.
It's true. Okay, so you're gonna stay in LA forever, LA.
Yeah,
so cute.
But I will travel as much as I humanly can. Like success for me would be. I've never cared about being famous. Like that's never been my goal. Like I spent a long time as like a behind the scenes person, an adult. Like it wasn't until I started doing this that like I did anything that was forward facing, like in front of a camera.
Okay.
Like I guess I'm one of these rare dudes who was like, I got into porn and I never wanted to be male talent. I just never wanted the job.
No, there's many people here like that. They don't want to be in.
Yeah, but if you ask the civilian public, they're like, no, every dude gets into porn to try to bang chicks. Like, no, I wanted to fucking make movies.
Yeah, there's everything.
But I was a behind the scenes person forever, so like being famous was just never the goal. And like hell, okay. For the first couple of years of doing this, there's a lot of imposter syndrome going on over here. Like, what am I doing being the talent? This is weird.
Yeah, I guess it feels weird, but now
I've been doing it so long, it's just like, why was I not doing this?
So cool.
But the overall goal was always been to like do something I don't hate that I can live comfortably with. And comfort to me is like not having to worry about my bills and get to travel when I want to. Because seeing the world is fucking amazing.
It is the best.
Because no matter what you're doing in this life, you still fall into fucking routines. But if you're out traveling and like seeing things, you never know what fucking adventure is going to pop up.
Exactly. No, and you get to see so many different lives. It's so crazy.
Yeah, you get to
The world is crazy.
experience like how other people fucking live. You get to try different foods, different cultures. Like,
it's amazing. Yeah. We all should be traveling more. If it was more easy, yeah, because I know some people won't, but yeah, it's not
but
gonna be that easy.
it's a priority thing, in my opinion. Because, like, do you want a brand new iPhone or do you want to take an amazing trip?
Yeah, should be the trips, of course, but
people, but that iPhone is just, it's there.
An iPhone is addiction.
It's crazy how cheaply you can travel places. Like, if you plan ahead.
True.
Like, especially as Americans, like, it's kind of fucked up, but dollar goes really far in South America. It goes really fucking far. I've said this on air before. When we were in Colombia, we were doing like fine dining for like $40 US a person.
Nice, yes.
It's just like one of the restaurants we went to was so nice. We went there a second time, and they're like, "Gentlemen, would you like your same table?" Like, they knew who we were. I mean, it might have just been because we're like the three poorly dressed gringos, but either way, they still were like, "Gentlemen, would you like your same table?" But speaking of travel, where all have you been?
Well, I've been many places. I mean, I would like to go more to Asia. I've just been to Maldives, but I've been many places in Europe now. Like I love Italy. So beautiful. Greece, Colombia. What else? I've been a lot of places, but when I had to think of where I've been, I don't remember that much. But I've been many places, and I'm happy. I'm glad.
Where's your top place?
My top.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, my favorite, Italy.
100% Italy?
I love Italy. Yeah, everywhere you go, it doesn't matter where. It's so pretty, so much street art, nice food. The people is so nice. Italians are so hot. So I love Italy.
Have you ever thought about relocating to Italy? Or?
It happens like everywhere I travel, I want to live there. So
except LA.
Exactly, except here. No, I mean, and now that I have more time here, I'm like, okay, of course, I would like to live here for a few years. I just think that it really is so expensive. When you go to other places, like you can live a cheaper life and you don't have to worry so much about doing so much money to live, no? So
I know.
That's the only thing here, like for sure. But everywhere I go, when I go to Greece, I say, wow, I would like to live here. When I go to Maldives, oh, so cute. I would like to be here. Everywhere. It's so hard for me. I don't know when I'm going to end up leaving. We don't know.
Well, then that's the beautiful part of your current career is like anywhere there's internet in an airport, you're good to go.
Nice. Let's see what's going to happen.
Unfortunately, I've never made it to Italy. I want to go.
You never been?
Nope. Europe-wise, I've only been to the UK, Germany, the Netherlands, Finland, and Spain.
Oh, I would like to go to Finland.
Finland was rad.
Looks nice, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like UK. I mean, depends. I cannot say like I don't like, but it's not the place I would say like, okay, let's go there for holidays.
Well, I'd like to get more out of London. London itself, like I had a good time in London.
I had a good time too, yeah.
But for me, it wasn't different enough from the States.
Really?
Like, yeah, obviously it's the UK. It's different, but it's not like everyone speaks English. Everyone, like, there's a lot of American institutions. Like, it's not foreign enough. Like, the difference between, say, LA and Madrid is pretty fucking substantial.
True.
The difference between the US and the UK is like a little bit.
Sense. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense.
Oh, shit. Yeah, like, and that's why I like Latin America. Like, it was just like Colombia was
it's so different, yeah.
Definitely wild.
Yeah.
Cuba's a wild place.
Where?
Cuba.
You been to Cuba? Oh, so cool. I want to go Cuba.
I'm going again after Expos Miami.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. But how it is because I think it's the same like in my country, no? With the payment, like it's not hard to you just
there's flights from Miami every day.
Ah, how cool.
And since I'm going to Expos Miami, it's like I'm already here. I might as well.
Okay, exactly. Oh, how nice. Yeah, Cuba seems to be so nice place. I will go.
You should. If If you're going down to Expos for Miami,
No, I don't go.
You're not going?
When is the exhibition?
May.
No, I'm in April. I had to leave, so I'm already back to Europe.
You can't.
Yeah, I can't. But have fun for me.
Oh, I will. Don't worry. Don't worry. Because Cuba is like a wild place.
Yeah.
Well, though it's a communist country, like it's hyper capitalism at the ground level. Like when we were there last time, like we were trying to negotiate with a cab to like get back to our Airbnb, and like none of the cabs in downtown Havana wanted to take us because they're there to with the fancy old cars to get tourists to drive them around. They're not like looking to like drive out to like out of the city center to drop somebody off. And one of my friends was like, "Oh, this guy will take you," and we're like, "All right, cool." Get in the car. It's just some dude with a car. He just was making $20.
No.
And like all the actual cabs, like you have to negotiate with all of them. None of them have meters. It's just like, I'm going here. Okay, it's going to be this much. Well, how about if it's this much? Like you just back and forth.
I heard that. It's the same. Like I hear it's the same. Like in India and these kind of places. Like I don't know. Maybe I go there also. Sometime. Let's see.
Well, at least if you go to Cuba, you speak Spanish. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a good tool I have with me.
But we found even with like two of the people I was there with, like are native Spanish speakers, and they knew they weren't Cuban, and like we were still getting like higher prices. One of my one of my buddies picked up a Cuban girl, and like they went out, and he could pass for Cuban as long as he doesn't open his mouth. And he's like, she was paying a fraction of what we were paying for everything.
Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Maybe if you can like hide a Cuban accent.
No. No, Cuban, no. Maybe Argentinian accent, yeah. Colombian, maybe.
Yeah, one of my buddies is Puerto Rican, and they're just everyone would look at him just like your accent's just not quite right. Just not quite right.
Puerto Rican too. I think I can do better than Cuban. Yeah.
And that's also just like wild American arrogance on everything, because it's like every American knows there are so many different dialects and accents in America, but then everything else is like, oh, a British accent. Like we just for whatever reason like that country's accent, not even like regionally, like.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm sure there are different accents in Venezuela.
Yeah, of course. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm sure most Americans will be like, "Oh, your Venezuelan accent."
True. Yeah.
It's like, no.
No.
This is not one fucking city. Hell, in some parts of the world, like the UK, like London has different accents in London.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I think everywhere there's different accents. Yeah, like it's the same language, but not the same.
Well, especially with Spanish, like so many people forget that, like so many people fucking speak Spanish. So many more people speak Spanish than English.
Oh, really? Yeah. You think?
Oh, yeah. Well, like as a native tongue, I mean, you have all of South America except for Brazil.
Exactly. Okay.
You have Spain. The Philippines is weird. The Philippines has a lot of
language, no? But,
yeah. I mean, but they were a Spanish colony forever. I mean, they're named after King Philip.
Yeah, no. Yeah, true. Some people must speak Spanish. Yeah, I mean, true. But I think they must speak language. If I'm not wrong, is the Mandarin? Like,
well, there are a lot of Chinese. There are a lot of Chinese.
They are more than us, than all of us.
Their pull-out game is trash.
It's crazy. Yeah, I think once I search on it.
Yep. Yeah, it is definitely Mandarin.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah. Well, okay, according to see, I don't know if this is fucking this little infogram I just pulled up is accurate, because it's like the Google search said, Mandarin, and then like this infograph that was next to it's like, well, English. Well, it's like, well, yeah, but if you count people that it's secondary language, sure, yeah, it's going to be English. But as like a primary language, no.
Okay.
Because did you learn English like in school?
Yeah, they teach English in school. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like pretty much anywhere they teach English as a second language.
Yeah, it's what you hear is the most. Like you have to know how to speak English. to be around the world, but it's not the must speak language. That's crazy. I don't know.
I honestly thought Spanish would be higher on the list. Like,
No, English for sure is higher than.
You have a whole fucking continent.
But also here is huge, and just like everywhere you have to learn English. People don't say you have to learn Spanish to be around the world. No,
I honestly feel like Spanish will, suit, because like obviously a lot of fucking people speak Mandarin, but just because there's a lot of fucking people in China.
Exactly, but not like many people know how to speak Mandarin.
Yeah, well, it's a difficult language.
That's crazy. Yeah.
But it's like you go to all South America except Brazil. Go to Spain. You go to any of the other former Spanish colonies. You need Spanish.
I guess, but then all the other parts in the world, I guess English. Yeah.
There's been plenty of places where I've traveled, especially even in Europe. It's like, oh yeah, they weren't speaking English.
Okay. Well, yeah, that can happen. Yeah, that also can happen. Yeah.
In Madrid, it was because my Spanish is real not good.
Yeah, it's not easy language to Spanish. Is not easy.
Well, I barely speak English.
Yeah, English is way more easy than language. That's why.
I mean, the fact that we don't have like masculine and feminine, like that part of it, as an English speaker, like because I tried to learn French in school, but it's still like the Romance languages with the masculine and feminine pronouns. Well, not pronouns, but like, you know what I mean. I'm not even explaining it well. That's how bad my grasp is on this shit. But it's like there's certain ways to phrase sentences if it's masculine or feminine. Like definitely is a level of difficulty for a native English speaker unless you learn it early on.
Exactly.
But yeah, in Madrid, I was definitely like struggling with people. Like, it was,
really? Like, gonna happen, yeah.
Yeah,
people
but
just don't speak English. Yeah.
It's fine. I'm in their country. Like, I think it's a bad thing for Americans when we travel abroad. If we're just like, what do you mean you don't speak English? Like, no, motherfucker, try to learn their language. You're in their country. Because those are the same people that will be like talking shit about someone speaking another language in America. It's like, no. You're in their country. It's your job to adapt to their language, not the other way around.
Yeah, I think the same, but I just think that people that works in tourism stuff, they should, at least know something, no? Because, we cannot all learn German, for example. Like, what the fuck, German is so hard. The Ubers should know how to say hi and bye. I don't know. Because what the fuck is not easy, some language, but it's true, we should know, at least so, when we travel somewhere, to know how to say hi and bye.
I try. I mean, that's my goal for pretty much everywhere I go, is like try to learn a couple phrases. It's like, it's like, no hablo español, hablo inglés.
Muy bien. Excelente.
Yeah, like shit like that, or poquito español.
Exacto, muy bien. Entonces, traductor.
Google Translate.
Exactly.
But I at least learned that, like, uno whiskey, por favor. Need to know that one.
You learned the important things.
Yeah, well, what's hilarious is, like, American whiskey-wise, Four Roses is actually pretty prevalent around Madrid. So it's like, uno Four Roses, por favor? And they're just like, well, because the brand is Four Roses. Like, what would I call it? Cuatro Roses? Like, uno Cuatro Roses? Like...
I know, that's so funny.
But yeah, there was a lot of that. But Americans need to be better about just at least trying. Because I've heard from before I was traveling a lot of people being like, "Oh, people are so rude here, or people are so rude there." It's like, no, if you fucking try a little bit, people are actually pretty cool. Mm-hmm. Like I was in fucking Paris, and it's like, no parlez-vous français? Parlez-vous
That's
anglais?
what I hear a lot from French people, that they are so judging with people that don't speak French. But it didn't happen to me too. I mean, I've been to French and just don't happen. Yeah, I talk English with the people who talk English, and if it's not, I see how I do. But I don't feel like they are rude. I don't know.
No, there were super zero problem. Like obviously problems communicating because I don't speak French, but no one was upset, because it was always like, bonjour, no, pardon, no parlez-vous français? Parlez-vous anglais? Like I tried. I fucking tried.
I didn't even try. I don't remember to try to speak French in France.
But French and Spanish aren't that far apart, right? I mean, obviously Spanish and Italian are much closer, but
Exactly. Yeah. No, yeah, I don't understand shit French. It's so pretty, but no, like nothing. So yeah, normally I get to be with people that speak English, so I'm lucky, I guess.
I guess. I mean, English isn't the prettiest language in the world. I guess that's okay.
The prettiest.
It's not the prettiest language.
No, I mean, yeah, it's not that romantic, but it's nice. It's easy to learn, I think. If you watch movies, if you hear the songs in English, you can learn. English.
Yeah, there is that advantage of like so much pop culture is pumped out in English. Yeah. So you definitely have that advantage of just like, oh, well, I can get inundated with it versus like, there is plenty of Spanish speaking culture out there, but it's just like,
exactly,
we don't really consume much of it.
Yeah. Exactly. So yeah, for sure.
Or there's subtitles on it if we are.
Yeah, no, Spanish is not easy, and even if Italian is similar, I didn't learn Italian, and I've been in Italy so much. I know some stuff, but I didn't got to learn that quick like I did with English. I don't know.
Well, what age did you learn English?
And so I learned a bit on the school, but then I was so bad in school. Like I was so shit on English. But then I started to watch movies. I like a lot of singers from here. Like they are the most popular in the world. And when you hear so much the songs and shit, and then you come here and you have to speak with people, like you learn pretty fast. It's easy. More than any other language, I think so. Yeah.
I think being inundated with it definitely helps too. I'll freely admit, like I was stuck in Miami, Jesus, like years ago at this point for a couple of months. And like I was working I was a manager for my day job. They sent me down there to the branch, and 75% of our employees didn't speak English. Miami is like the melting pot for Central and Latin America to come to the States.
I heard that everybody there speaks Spanish. You know, it's crazy. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was nuts. Like I'd go to a grocery store and like the razors would be locked up, and I'd be like, I go up to the customer service counter like, I need a razor. ¿Qué?
Here's Latin America. What do you want? Yeah, it's crazy.
Razor? Especially at that point, I didn't know fucking any Spanish.
Or when you went to UK, how is like the difference, not from the British accent? I don't understand shit when they speak. Like sometimes, like I don't know English for sure. When I go there, it's like, okay, I don't know English.
Definitely some of the UK accents. Like I have a friend who's from like the northern part of UK, like barely not Scotland, like very northern England, and like she'll get a little drunk, and I'm just like, the fuck did you just say?
A bit drunk.
The fuck did you just say, girl? Like
it's the accent. I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, but it's thick. It's just like, the fuck? I do not understand. Are you trying to fuck me or fight me right now? What is happening? I do not understand the words coming out of your mouth.
It's crazy. Yeah, the English in the UK is different.
Well, and it's wild that like somehow that translated into what we speak eventually, because it's like this the Australian accent, and
I didn't heard too much Australian. I heard also it's like,
I mean, it's definitely different than like a British accent, but it's closer to a British accent than like an American accent is versus like your stereotypical British accent.
Okay, I have to hear more because I don't remember too well the Australian accent. But
and once again, I'm just generalizing things because there are a lot of different American accents.
There's, also true.
Y'all, and then you go up to like fucking Boston, and it's just like just rough fucking accents in New England, and
so different. Oh,
have you been to any like more off the beaten path parts of the States? Like I know you've been to Houston. Here, like have you been to like New Orleans or?
No, nothing. No, in 3 months I feel I cannot do shit. If I come with my visa and I can be here 3 years, for sure I'm gonna go around. But everything's so far, no? Like I cannot plan nothing. Everything's 5-6 hours flight. Like It's too much in the plane. So no.
Yeah, it's not like you can drive or that we have trains or anything. Like,
It's different. So
after being in Europe, our train situation just depresses me so much.
yeah.
Because it's like, say you wanted to take a train. I was fucking around with one of my friends like for Expo Miami. Like, I wonder how long it would take to like take the train to Miami. It's just like, oh, it's like 3 days and more expensive than flying.
Exactly, that's the worst. It's more expensive. It's no sense. I don't take trains too much because for me it doesn't make sense. Like,
Yeah. Like it'd be one thing of like it was significantly less expensive than flying. Sure, we'll have an adventure. We'll do like a 3-day train ride. That'll be fun. But it's like this is going to cost more and take more time. Why does anyone use this?
I don't know. Yeah, I think people think it's vintage. Like, oh, so cute. Take a ride on the train, but I don't do that. I almost like never. I prefer to take the car. I mean, I don't have the license, but
So are you just driving illegally?
No, someone is always driving me.
Oh wow!
And
So
I enjoy like copilot, just chilling.
so privileged. Like, oh my man will just drive me.
And he hates to drive, but I see that also here. That's something people do a lot, no? Like they do road trips, and that's cool. I think that's so cute.
It's well, what sucks now is like gas prices are so expensive that like road tripping used to be like pretty fucking affordable. Like, yeah, living in Chicago, we drive to New York, and you can make it to New York in under a day.
Okay.
And between like 5 or 6 of us, like the gas might be like under $50 a person.
Okay. And now?
Yeah. And now it's like, oh, well, you're looking at like $50-$60 to fill up each time. We're going to fill up multiple times. Like, it doesn't get much cheaper. Like, if you count your time that you're spending, it's just like, it's not much cheaper than flying at this point.
Okay. Nice. So if it's not worth it, the best is take the flight.
And I miss road tripping. Like I used to fucking road trip all over the fucking place.
Nice, yeah. You get to see so much. I think it's cute, but yeah, my boyfriend hates hates to drive like it's such a shit. In Italy, it's so beautiful to go around like in the car. That he hates. I don't know. But when I get my license, I hope I love to drive, and I'm gonna be all the time going where I want. Let's see.
It's like, all right, well, I'll see you later, honey. I'm gonna go road trip.
Yes, I'm gonna go alone. I hope.
So how do you get off the island? Like, is there a regional airport there? You like fly from there to like Madrid or Barcelona, or
you mean from where I live?
Yeah.
And from there I went to UK, and from UK to here. Yeah.
But is it like a direct flight from there to the UK? Or?
Yeah. There's a direct flight from UK. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. Like, I still don't have a good grasp of how big the island is. So it's like I imagine like it's
I mean, because it's the Canary Islands is many islands. No, it's mine. My island.
Your island.
It's mine.
Thank you, Your Majesty, for gracing us on this podcast. Thank you, Your Majesty.
So no, the biggest island is where I live, and then there's smaller islands. So, and from there, I guess it's way harder to find direct flight. But where I live is like the must be the biggest one. So. You get the many direct flights from there. But anyway, everywhere you go from there, it's like 5 hours. It's like here to go everywhere.
Oh, I know. That's what I love about Europe. Like, when I was there in 2017, like, we were in Amsterdam, and then we bounced over to Munich for Oktoberfest for a couple days, and then back to Amsterdam, and then that's when I went to Finland after that. And then it's like, oh, this is so easy.
Exactly, yeah. If you go around Europe, yeah, it's not really long flights. You can go short everywhere.
It's not like flying from LA to New York, where it's like, oh, hey, that's a 6-hour flight. It's not much further to go from New York to London than it is from fucking LA to New York.
Exactly. Yeah, I have a friend in like New Jersey, and she said, come visit me, but it's like, no, bitch. You are too far. No way. And when I have more time, for sure, I'm going to go to New York. I want to go Miami, Arizona, Utah. So many places I've been.
Utah? Really?
Yeah, Utah.
Why Utah?
I mean, I don't know too much about Utah, but I've seen, like, there's many landscapes, no? Like,
well, yeah, like
places there.
There is, like, Zion National Park, and it's, like, huge.
Exactly. It's beautiful. That's why I have that name in my mind, like, Utah. Like, I have to go.
But weird people and low alcohol, like, because a lot of the state is still run by like the Mormons, and it's just weird laws.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. Mm.
And you can't get on the hub from Utah, so then again, you can't get on the hub from Texas anymore either. So
I didn't know.
people can't easily access your content from fucking Utah or Texas anymore. Fucking
that's crazy.
America's getting weird.
I know.
They're just like, oh yeah, we're gonna just ban the hub. It's fine.
But yeah, I've seen things like many beautiful places I want to go. Hopefully next year. Let's see.
How long do you have to leave the States before you can come back?
Well, I have to leave in April, and then I can come next year. Just 3 months per year.
Oh, okay.
How sad. Unless I get the visa before. Let's see. That's what I hope.
Get yourself a green card marriage.
A what? Yeah. That would be the easiest thing, if someone wants to marry me.
I mean, you didn't do a great job of selling yourself earlier. You're like, I already have a partner and I'm wildly jealous. You probably shouldn't lead with that if you're like, please marry me. Just saying. Just putting that out there.
But now you remind people. Maybe they already forgot. No, it's okay. I'm not planning to marry. I don't want to marry. Never. That's
never
a shit decision. Yeah.
Why?
Because people like 99% of the people regret. Like, not good decision.
Okay.
So no, I'm not gonna marry. Not even for papers. No.
I feel like marrying for papers is the best reason to do it.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, from all the reasons, yeah, maybe that's the best. But no, anyway, no.
I mean, to be fair, like the real reason to get fucking married, at least in the States, is say you're with your partner for the next 40 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like you need some fucking like medical decision made that you're incapable of making. Unless you have like set up a living trust, like set up paperwork ahead of time here in the States, unless you're actually married to them, they can't make any decisions for you.
Okay.
Like that's the only real, like that in the States you get tax breaks for being married. Those are the only fucking reasons to do it.
Okay, I'm gonna think about that.
But I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with marriage as long as you're both on the same fucking page.
No, but I think it's because people change. Now is what we're talking. People change. So in 10 years, I mean, some people stay married forever, but...
well, some people are traumatized, but...
They stay married forever, but because they think they have to. I mean, I think that's the majority of people, but I don't know, it's different. I mean, there are many cases, but me, I don't want.
How long is your longest relationship?
I always have long relationships. Like, I just had 2 boyfriends all my life, and the one before was 5 years. And with this one, I go 4 years almost.
Is it like the 4 years of your career, or is it actually 4 years?
4 years of my career.
Well, no. Well, because you're like, oh, I've been doing this for 4 years. Oh, wait a minute.
No, literally since I start, I met him.
Okay.
That's why. That's crazy. So, yeah. I always have long relationships, but yeah. But I'm not going to marry. Again, I just want to make it clear.
So what would you do if he decided to, propose?
Nah, he's not going to do.
But what if he did? What would he do?
Nah, he knows how I am. Like, I'm going to say no. I'm going to say no way. No, actually, yeah, he's saying to get married because he has the working visa. But nah, I'm not even for the working visa. I don't want to marry. Like, doesn't matter the reason. No way. That's a big compromise, I think. Yeah. No, too much.
Hey, if it's not going to make you happy, don't do it.
I'm going to do it. Oh.
Yeah. As for me personally.
You married?
Oh, fuck no.
We are agree. Okay.
That's just because I'm a broken human being. But
okay.
I almost did it once at AVN in 2014, and I got real drunk and almost married someone I was not involved with.
When you drunk, yeah, that's...
It was her idea. It was her idea.
Okay. How cute.
Thankfully, the Kiss Chapel was not readily available, and we sobered up, and it didn't happen. But we got the license and everything. Or got that close.
That's dangerous, huh?
Oh, yeah. I almost ended up with an ex-wife. But I don't know. As fucked up as it is, there's something like old school American artist about like having multiple ex-wives.
True, yeah.
I mean, like, obviously, I'm in my 40s, never married. It's not something I'm pulling off at this point unless I just like in the next 5 years just like marry and divorce a bunch of people, which just seems like a really bad plan.
Yeah, it is. I don't know.
There is just something about like, I feel like those old school authors and like novelists and shit like, oh yeah, well that's my third ex-wife.
Exactly. Yeah, you see so many, and yeah, like people around me like now. I never seen like one marriage that like okay, so no.
Are your parents still married or
Who?
your parents?
No, of course not. They
Of course not. You never
they
know.
divorced so long ago, yeah. And yeah, like almost everybody around me, like no one lasts that long. There's a few couples that still, but because they are friends, like it's not the same, of course, because people change. So they just friends and
They're basically roommates.
they just want to be together because they are already together all the life. So, but not because
they're institutionalized and like they're like, well, this is the evil I know.
Yeah.
And that's never a good reason to like stay in anything.
Exactly. No, so shit. Don't marry. Never.
Well, I'm curious, like culturally, like how acceptable is divorce in like Venezuela? Like, because I know a lot of Latin America, like divorce is not exactly cool. So
maybe a time ago it was not that, of course, cool, but I think now it's normal.
Fine.
Like everybody divorced, yeah. Like people just change. I know many people, yeah. Like I told you around me, like everybody divorced, yeah. It's normal.
And you wonder why you don't want to get married.
Yeah. Like, no way I'm gonna get married.
I mean, that might have just been a bad story.
No, I'm not gonna say like never because then I'm gonna end up married.
And what did you say earlier?
Maybe, who knows? Sorry.
What did you say earlier in the podcast? I'm never going to say never anymore. I was waiting to see how long it took you to catch that.
Who knows? Yeah, I'm the same with the kids, but yeah, I try to not say like never but I don't want. I mean, but if it happens, it's gonna happen. I mean, let's see.
Just stay out of Texas, and you'll be okay.
Huh?
Just stay out of Texas.
Yeah, in Texas.
Oh,
Jesus.
as someone who never wants kids, like I do not ever want kids.
Okay.
Like I had a vasectomy. Like I'm not having kids. Like, I think more people should be honest about that. Like not everyone's equipped to have children. Like not everyone should be a parent.
No, yeah, and I think now like it just is something like natural, no? That is in us, and like everybody has kids, but I think it's so crazy when I think like why people think this is normal. Like have kids is such a crazy experience. Like,
well,
it's crazy.
I get it from like once again going back to the 1800s and before. When your family had a farm, you need labor. What's the easiest way to get labor?
Okay,
make it.
True. Make it. Yeah, true. Many people think like that or different ways. Yeah, like people. Yeah,
it was just a societal norm because like it wasn't acceptable to have sex unless you were trying to have children.
Also, yeah. It's true.
And
everything changed.
Last I checked, people like to fuck.
That's what happens in Latin America.
Yeah.
That people like to fuck and guys don't care shit about who they leave pregnant, and that's how it is in Africa too. No, like there's so much. How you say, like so much people here.
Yeah, like, huge populations.
Crazy.
Well, and like and a lot of it, like I think comes to some lack of resources and lack of education in like some cultures because it's been shown like higher the education of the populace, like lower the birth rates.
Yeah, true.
Like higher, especially with the women. More women are educated, lower the birth rates.
It's true.
Once y'all are like educated, like, Why the fuck would I want to do that to my body?
Exactly. Like I think people don't really think about it, but I think have kids is really crazy experience. But I know, like I had neighbors where I used to live. They are my age and they have already 5, 6 kids, and it's crazy. Like for me, having just one kid is like wow, such an experience and such a compromise. Like to bring another people to this fucked up world. Like why people doesn't think it's such a fucked up world?
Oh, because they don't think about it that way. They think about like, oh, I get to have a mini me. Like, no.
Yeah, maybe because many people also think about love. Now, when you are in love, you are like, oh, I want to have a mini me, mini him. Oh, okay.
No. No. I want to have orgasms and fucking good times with that person. Like,
yeah.
I don't want to add responsibility to the person. No. I want to find ways to have less responsibility with that person.
Yeah. Also, yeah.
Because nothing says fun and excitement like chores. And oh, hey. Which one of us is going to go pick the kid up from fucking school? That sounds like a fun, healthy, fucking amazing relationship. Oh, it's your turn to fucking pick the kid up. Or, like,
wow.
None of that sounds
Maybe for some people it's fun, but...
No. Many people fucking don't give it fucking thought. They thought, like, oh, we're in love. This is what we're supposed to do.
It's something on our nature, like... It's like animals, no? Animals don't think about nothing. They just fucking have kids and babies. Fucking have babies. Fucking like
yeah, and we're animals too. Like, believe me, I have fucked some people where I was like, oh, I was just horny there. That was
exactly. It's dangerous when you are horny. It sounds dangerous.
It's just like, oh, she threw it at me. I was horny, and like shortly after I came, I was like, that was a bad idea.
It happens to everyone, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that is hopefully a universal human experience.
Yeah.
Fucking someone you're like, that was questionable. That was questionable because I was horny. And that shows how fucking powerful like the hormones and like our animal nature is at times.
Yeah, we just forget about everything. We don't care about shit. And then after that, we are like, yeah. What the fuck I did.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure there's been a point in your life where just like you saw someone and like the sparks, like you couldn't even like put it into words, the chemistry that happens, but it's just like, oh, we're going to tear each other's clothes off and we're just going to go.
Yeah, exactly.
And then after the fact, like, that might not have been the best idea. Or occasionally it's like, you find out after the fact, like, oh, this person sucks. Have you ever had that happen where you're like post hookup, you're like, oh, damn, this sucks.
Yeah, of course, many times. I had that experience many times. Yeah, no, I did some dumb shit with people that not like.
Oh no, tell me about it. I want to know.
I mean, yeah, but like before, I used to, I was more like an animal. I didn't care about nothing. I was just. And then, like I feel bad because I spend so much time and energy on people that it's not worth it. Like. I didn't even have like a great time, and I'm just there spending my time like when I could be doing way more good things for myself. Like, but that's how we are. We are so stupid.
Oh yeah, I mean we're definitely driven by like our hormones and shit. Like
they control us sometimes for sure.
Every once in a while, like as a thought, like, where would my life be if I just didn't care about sex at all? Like
I will be so successful. I will be probably rich. But like I care so much about sex. Yeah, I lost so much time. We are so stupid.
Oh yeah, I have taken multi-hour train rides to get laid before. Like I have commuted to stupid places in the name of like I may get to fuck here. Like and yeah, it's. I don't think that's I don't feel like it's a unique experience too. What is
I don't think.
What is the furthest you've ever traveled to get laid?
Again?
What is the furthest you've ever traveled to have sex? Like, and I'm not talking for work. I'm talking like to have sex.
Well, I don't think like that far like other people. Just like in my country, I used to do stupid things. Yeah, like go 2 hours to go to fuck one guy when now I think like I'm so stupid. Why they didn't come to me? Like why I have to go to them? I'm the girl. I have the pussy. Like I don't know. I was just doing really stupid things, but not that crazy. Like I'm gonna travel from here to Japan to see a guy. No, like
I mean, still 2 hours is like the amount of dudes right now who are watching this to be like, she traveled 2 hours. A dude made her travel 2 hours.
yeah, I was so stupid at that time.
What did this dude do to convince you to travel 2 hours instead of him coming to you?
No, like for example, they were kind of like famous people, so I was like, of course I have to go see him. But nah, fuck it. Now I think like so stupid.
Was he a musician or?
Yeah, a musician.
Of course, he was a musician. Of course, of course.
Yeah, no, and in Venezuela is so dangerous, you know. So I was going there alone to take the bus to go there.
He didn't even send a car for you. He didn't even send a fucking car for you.
Exactly. That's what I think now. Like, how I didn't ask for this before. Like,
well, how he didn't offer.
Oh yeah, he's motherfucker.
I'm just saying, like, musicians, like ladies in general. If a dude's making you travel to him to fuck, make him at least get a car. I mean, unless you're like, I'm a strong, independent woman, I'll get my own car. That's on you. But if you're like, not, if you have to go to him, he should be at least getting the car.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Now I think about that. So now some famous people write me, and it's like, fuck it, I don't care about famous people. Fuck them. All right. Well,
how often,
fans.
how many famous people are DM sliding you?
No, not that much. I mean,
not that much. Seeing as I have I have no mainstream famous people DM sliding me. Maybe people that are of note within the industry, but no one who's actually like mainstream famous DM sliding me. So like,
okay.
You have mainstream famous people DM sliding you. It's something of note.
Yeah, a few times. But yeah, now I think like I'm not gonna get crazy because I think different. Yeah, like why these people is writing me at first, like
because they want to have sex with you.
But that's weird. Like
I hate to break it to you. People wanting to have sex with you, probably not that weird.
No, yeah, but I think it's weird because they are in other level, you know, like why you write me if you are like such a famous fucking artist and you.
Wait a minute, did Bad Bunny DM slide you?
No, I wish. To him, I would say yes. Oh no, I did. But yeah, like I think it's weird. Like why are you writing like? I mean, it's I guess it's not that weird, but I think I don't take it serious.
Do you even respond?
I respond, yeah, and I say like, I have a boyfriend. I'm so loyal.
See? She's like, oh, what was the quotation fingers? I was about to congratulate you on.
No, because I have to be honest. I mean, I'm loyal, but
well, what does the quotation fingers mean? What are the rules? Like, what are the rules of your relationship? Like.
No, I mean we cannot be with other people, but I'm not gonna lie. Like I imagine to do things like we are animals.
Well, yeah, but imagining isn't doing it.
No, exactly. But I guess some people expect the couples not even like imagine, but that's stupid. Yeah, like we are.
Who the fuck? Like
it's impossible. Yeah, no, but you see, you see couples like no, my boyfriend's not gonna. Think about other women, like of course that's not possible. Like that's not possible. We like people, like we feel attracted to people. Like it's not.
You can't go after people for thought crime. Like that's. I am not violating your trust if I think about doing something. If I act on it, that's a different story.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like, oh my god, if someone was like, you thought about her, I would be out so fast.
But some couples are like that. I mean,
well, yeah,
everything in the world.
And there's a reason there's a lot of unhappy people out there because someone in that relationship doesn't have enough self-respect to be like, this is bullshit, I'm out. Because they don't think they can do any better.
Exactly.
But I love her. Like, no, you just love not being alone.
Exactly. True. Yeah, no, I mean, it's not it's impossible to be in relationship and not anyway fantasize with other people. And
No, it's impossible to exist. If you are attracted to other human beings,
exactly.
it's impossible to exist without like walking through a major metropolitan area and be like, damn, that person's attractive. But it's outside of the rules. If like, depending on what your ground rules are, it'll be like, act on it. Like, oh, that girl's attractive. Yo, let me get your number. That's wrong.
Exactly.
But being like, damn, if given a consequence-free opportunity, I would have an intense orgasm with that person. Like, to think about that isn't a problem because it's an unrealistic expectation to expect anyone else wouldn't be doing the same thing. I mean, that's why like couples have this silly thing like, oh, I have a hall pass with this person. Like, no, like, so fucking dumb.
It is.
Just a step.
They're so different.
They are. Well, everyone's so different, but everyone is also just like acting on the pretense of like, well, this is how it should be.
Also, yeah. Can we do a small break? I'm doing piss so bad.
Oh yeah. How about I'm not gonna make you piss yourself. Don't worry.
Yeah, no.
And we're back. One of us has less urine. One of us has more ice.
Yeah, I don't mind about ice.
Just drinking rum and Coke, no ice. All right.
Yeah, and I'm so sensitive on my teeth, so it's okay. I prefer no ice.
I feel like that was almost lost in translation. Because it came out, I heard, I'm so sensitive on my tits. I'm like, what?
My tits.
Like, what?
Yeah, on my nipples too, but the most sensitive part of my body probably is my teeth.
I was just like, what? You drink Cuba Libre very differently than me then.
Oh, shit.
Whatever. Once again, whatever makes you happy. It doesn't make a mess in here, hopefully. But yeah, as we were saying right before the break, it's just like people conform to societal norms because they think that's what they should do. Because in a lot of cases, it's like, well, this is what I got to do to belong, and so people don't judge me. It's like, well, does it actually make you happy though?
That's crazy. Yeah, that we still thinking like that, like caring about what other. But that's changing. I think. I mean, of course, it changed like from what it was in the past. So hopefully, it's gonna be always changing, and we're gonna be more open.
Well, I also feel like we are in an industry where we are all like societal outsiders for the most part.
Exactly. Yeah.
So we're not the best people to judge how the rest of the world works.
True.
When it comes to that, because we have all made the decision that like, yeah, we're going to do shit that we don't necessarily give a fuck about what society thinks of us.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. That's something I like from this industry. Yeah.
Well, and that's why part of the reason I love being here is like, it's the island of misfit toys. Like, at least for me, like, you think because there's a lot of beautiful people like that from the outside, a lot of the people in the industry would have been like the popular people, the beautiful people. Like when you're growing up, it's like no. A lot of people were shy. They didn't think they were attractive.
Exactly.
And then they grow into it. And it's like this is not where like for the most part the popular kids in school ended up. It's not like the prom king or the cheerleaders or the people that came here. It's just like, oh no, a lot of people are nerds and introspective, and they just realized, oh, like I like sex, and I don't really give a fuck about what society thinks of me.
That's the best.
It's the absolute best part of the industry.
Yeah, it is.
Society would be a better place if more people were willing to be individuals and not like just conform to what their great grandparents taught their grandparents, that taught their parents. That like, well, that shit, even in my lifetime, shit has changed so drastically. Like, how could you fucking live your life by the rules set by people that are fucking 50, 60 years old?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I was. I think we all just sometimes we have to do things, but then when you enter in some kind of work, and for example, me in this industry, is you realize like, nah, doesn't matter what people think. It's not, and also then the people around you also understand this, and that's good. Yeah, to change this bullshit.
Yeah, well, and
Not anymore.
at least in my anecdotal experience, a lot of the societal norms actually don't matter to people that are very well-to-do, like very rich people. They may pretend that they're playing by the rules, but they don't.
No, exactly.
They honestly do not care.
Exactly, no.
And then, like, the really impoverished, they don't have time to play by the rules. Like, they're too busy surviving and trying to, like, enjoy life any way they can.
Exactly.
It's just like, the people in between that are like, but we gotta do this.
Yeah, okay, the people in between. Yeah, that's true.
Well, it's the majority of people.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Have you had any, like, real interactions with very, very wealthy people?
I mean, I met like rich people, but which kind of interactions you mean? Like
just in general, like just like what are your interactions been like with the very wealthy?
I see them, and some of them enjoy many of the things they have, but other people is just so lonely, no? And that's crazy. I mean, they're like we all want money in the life, but then you see people with so much money, not like in the movies, everything. No, you don't need to meet them, and you see they are not okay. Like then is when you realize money doesn't, really buy happiness. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. It's really hard.
Well, there's diminishing returns on it. They did a study a little while back. I forgot who exactly published the study, but it's like at the time in the U.S., if you were making over $70,000 a year, it was diminishing returns on happiness. Like up to 70 grand, 100% bought you happiness.
Okay.
And then once you got above that point, it was just diminishing returns. Because, money buys you happiness when you don't have to worry about how I'm going to pay my rent, how I'm going to put food on my table.
But then maybe you have so much money. I don't know, some people that have so much money and they're never happy. Like they never find the...
Well, you have the added stress of, especially if you're famous and you have a lot of money, who do you trust?
Exactly, yeah, that's really sad. That's like the case of Britney Spears and these people. Yeah, like they were so talented, but they never felt like they can trust no one. So that's also shit. Yeah, like many poor people actually, for sure, really enjoy life. So it's crazy. I mean, the contrast. I don't know. Some people just know how to be happy with or without money. Like,
and there's some people that no matter what you give them will be fucking miserable.
They're never gonna be happy. Yeah, that's me too. I try to enjoy things, but I just think life is so crazy. That's why also I don't want to bring a kid. Like, no.
Well, and that's part of the. I agree with you, and part of the reason I didn't want to bring a kid is like I don't even know what I would teach a kid. Like if I brought it to the world, like the lessons my parents taught me are not good life lessons. Like they meant well. They meant well. Like they're like, put in an honest, hard day's work and you'll be rewarded for it type shit. Real Midwestern values. That shit doesn't fly in 2024. Like so much shit is about like, oh, how do you look? And like it's always been that way, but it just wasn't because as long as there's been people, there's been pretty privilege. Like if you're an attractive person, people will want to do shit for you. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you should never hate on, oh my God, this person has something I don't have. Like, no, like that's just life. Like that's not something to be upset about. It's just a fact of life. Because how you drove 2 hours for a man. You, the object of how many people's desire, drove 2 hours for a man, right?
Yeah.
How many dudes would fly clear across the world for a similar opportunity with you?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Right. And they're just thinking with their dicks because they're like, oh, she's pretty. Because they don't actually know you. I'm not saying like you're a bad person or like you may not be worth it. I'm just saying they don't actually know you well enough to make that actual rational decision.
Yeah. No.
And that's where that all comes from. It's like, oh, well, that person's pretty. If I do something nice for them, they might like,
we are crazy.
Yeah, exactly. We're a crazy species. But it's just like, how do you tell a kid like, oh, be as attractive as you humanly can at all times? Because people will just want to do nice shit for you because you're attractive.
Yeah, no. It's so many things. Like, no, I just prefer to don't bring another poor person in this world. I don't know what I will teach them. Like, no, not worth it. I think so.
Yeah, I mean,
life is good, but no.
It's twofold. It's like it will negatively impact your life, like without a doubt. It will negatively impact your life in some ways. Like you would have to make drastic changes. You couldn't, if you were a mother, you couldn't be in America for 3 months, or you could grossly drag your kid around on this trip. That would be ridiculous. Like that would just be bad such bad parenting, especially if the kid was really young. Like you can't. So you'd have to give up that sort of shit in your life if you're trying to be a responsible parent.
Yeah, true.
Like there's just so many reasons not to do it.
Exactly.
Like the only reason like I could see to do it is like society says this is what you're supposed to do. And that's not a good reason.
No, it's not.
Especially like, in my personal opinion, I'd be bad at the job.
Okay.
Like, why would I want to bring someone into this world to prove that I'm going to be bad at the job? That's another person that I'm going to inflict upon the world that has to deal with the upbringing of me being a shit parent. And Lord knows whoever would breed with me, they're probably not great either. Like, historically, my track record doesn't, match me up with saints.
Oh shit! No, it's too complicated. I mean,
no, it is a super complicated thing, and it's a personal choice for everybody. Like
we are so different. Like really, it's crazy.
Like if being a parent makes you happy, do it. But think about it long and hard before you do.
Think about it twice. Yeah. I just think that many people don't even think about it. Like it's just normal. Like you have to eat every day. For some people, it's like you just give birth to someone every year. Like in this kind of countries, like my country, but in Africa, like people just bring kids every day. That's crazy. But
and in some of those situations, I don't know if that's like partially due to lack of education, lack of contraception. Because at the end of the day, we all know people want to fuck. And sometimes we all fuck without thinking about the consequences at all.
Exactly. Yeah, no.
And if you don't have at least here, you're fucking popping someone and you're like, oh, plan B, we're going to go deal with that right now. You don't even have to wait for we're just going to get you a pill.
I don't know yet why people don't think about that.
Oh, no. I have definitely finished in people before my vasectomy without thinking about it. Like, I've definitely been involved with people that I definitely 100% would not want to be attached to for the remainder of my life because we had a kid together. But in the moment, I was inside them and they're like finishing me, and it was like, that's hot.
That's hot.
And then it happened.
And when you did the vasectomy, like
2 years ago.
Okay.
I should have done it a long time ago. A long time ago. I don't know why. Like, it was one of those things where, like, I've known for a very long time I don't want children. And in the back of my head, it might discriminate against, someone who would be really good, a good match for me. But since I can't have kids, they'll just be like, no, I'm out. But then I thought about it. It was just like,
it's not a decision, yeah, because you never know if.
But it's also
you're
like
gonna change your mind in 10 years, like.
For sure. And
it's crazy.
It's also like, if this is going to be a deal breaker for somebody, why am I going to, waste both of our fucking time? Because I'm not going to want to, like, I'm pretty fucking confident I do not want children.
I'm pretty confident.
Pretty confident about it. So why am I going to waste both our time if, like, we're great together, but you're dead set on wanting to have children. Why are we going to waste each other's time on this? Like,
to be honest,
that is an insurmountable deal breaker right there. So why would we do that? I might as well tell you up front, like, yeah, there are no kids. It's not happening.
Honest, right away, yeah.
Well, then this is like one of those things where, like, I'm on the dating apps and shit. Like, all this shit is right on my profile. Like, I want you to know immediately.
Okay.
Because if this is a problem, I'm not changing.
All right. That's good, yeah. Right away.
Yeah, like, if this is going to be a problem for you, why are we going to even bother wasting each other's time?
Yeah, better to be honest in the first moment.
Yeah. Because as an older dude, I've come to the realization, and I probably should have done this a long time ago, is like, you shouldn't have to hard sell yourself on anyone. They should either be about who you are or not, and that should be the end of it. If there's any, like, having to convince you that this is where you want to be, that's a problem.
Yeah.
If they don't see the value in you, why are you going to try to sell them? You're not a used car.
Exactly. That's a good point.
Believe me.
True.
Many times in my youth, tried to hard sell myself. Like, but fuck that. Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Like, if your immediate response isn't like, yeah, I'm down. Like, okay, what are we doing here?
Okay.
Life's too fucking short to.
It is, yeah. When you see how fast it's going, yeah. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that's probably the folly of youth right there. It's just like, oh, as a teenager in my 20s, it's like, oh, I got forever. Yeah, whatever.
I know.
I can waste some time with this person. Like, no, fuck that. Fuck that.
Like that.
Don't waste your fucking time with people. Like,
yeah, that's easy to say, but not easy to do.
Oh, I agree. I wholeheartedly agree. Oh, I have a whole string of toxic relationships that I have been in and out of over my life. And, like, some of them I've gone back to. Like, it's easier said than done. This all anecdotal shit I'm saying right now is from experience and me being like, oh, I should have learned from my mistakes. I don't always learn the first time. Not always the second time. Sometimes the third or fourth time.
Exactly.
I am just giving my pearls of wisdom from my own poor life choices, not. I understand. Sometimes the shit is easier said than done, especially when you're horny.
No, when you're horny, it's so dangerous, really.
Oh, yeah. No.
Don't think when you're horny, really.
Well, I don't know who said it, but it was someone very wise. It's like, do not make any decisions when you're horny, tired, or hungry.
Exactly. That's totally true. People's different.
I unfortunately am like those three things most of the time. So it's just like, fuck, what do I do? What do I do? I don't know.
Me too. No. We have to think with the cold, like, not horny, yeah, nothing. And then you take decisions, yeah, because it's really shit.
Right, just go rub one out real quick. Then rub one out, eat a sandwich, and then, make your decisions.
Exactly. Good advice.
Well, and I'm going to make a weird segue here. Food-wise, what have you been getting into in America? Like, what have you been eating?
There's a lot of Asian things here. And a lot of Mexican, but I didn't get to go to many Mexican places. I don't know why. But I've been many Asian, like sushi, ramen. I love ramen, so I'm enjoying that because in Tenerife we don't have that many options. It's not too many options of nothing. So here, everything I want so far is really nice. Really nice food.
Any place that really stands out?
Oh,
any place that like really?
I've been in one restaurant in Las Vegas that they had an amazing steak, but I don't remember the name. So I just have to say I've been in amazing restaurants. I always search on Google and I see the reference, and I always go to nice places because I see what people likes. So
I can give you plenty of restaurant recommendations while you're in town if you are looking for spots.
You have the recommendation.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, I should ask you. Yeah, for sure.
I didn't get fat by not eating.
Like There's so much good food here.
And that's one of the things like on the travel front, like that's how I judge places is like by the food. So I go to your country and your food sucks. I don't want to go back. And I feel like it's every like traveler's responsibility to like hook up other people that are traveling with good spots to eat.
If someone asked me recommendations in Tenerife, I wouldn't have too much.
Why not? Why not?
Because from my point of view, in Tenerife, there's not that many places.
Then why are you living there?
That's something important, no?
Yeah, why the like?
I mean, that's good. Like, I try to see like a good way, like, because like there's not so many good restaurants or fast food. I have to.
Well, fast food's not good.
I mean, I like fast food. Some of them, you know, I love McDonald's. But we don't have that where I live in Tenerife, where I live, in the area I live. So, I mean, that's good because I get to cook my own food and I have to eat healthier. But yeah, there's not too many things.
There should be hormone everywhere.
Should be like a nice seafood in Tenerife because it's an island, but not really.
That sucks because like when we were in Alicante, like there was some rad seafood, like calamari and shit. Oh, so good.
In Barcelona, yeah, it's like really nice seafood. But in Tenerife, the Isla Island, I never had like a place that I can say, wow. No. There's no ramen. I'm gonna correct.
See, that is one thing America has going for it. Is like we are a fucking melting pot, so we have like everything.
Exactly.
Especially our major cities. Like
that's great.
There's a lot of things LA just does okay, but we have everything.
Exactly. That's important. A lot of Mexican. All right. In Tenerife also you don't find Mexican.
Well, honestly, outside of the States or Mexico, I don't feel like you find good Mexican.
I've been to some places of tacos here and they are pretty good.
Well, no. The U.S. and Mexico are like the only places you're going to get good Mexican.
Okay, exactly.
Like, I had a lot of good food in Colombian. I mean, none of it was like the same as Mexican. It was Latin food, but it was definitely not like Mexican.
No, exactly. Okay.
And I've seen when I was in Japan, I was like, there's a taco place here. I'm not eating tacos.
No.
Not doing it.
You have to choose. Yeah, like, no.
No, not doing it.
In Japan, no, I wouldn't do that too. You been to Japan?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
my audience is like, no, please don't make him talk about Japan. I talk about it way too much. My audience is like, no, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I love Japan. I want to go. I mean, I love what I see.
Oh, you should go. Like,
I had to eat the ramen there.
When we get off air, I will talk a lot about it. I talk about it a lot on air. And so my audience is like, no, don't do it. You almost went the whole episode without talking about Japan. You almost went the whole episode. He almost did it. I've been 3 times. It's an amazing place.
It looks like an amazing place. I have to go.
You should, especially because like the yen is really weak versus the dollar right now.
Okay.
So it's well, I went there last time I went there was last year, and it was just like, oh, this place is on sale. Yeah. Plates of sushi for like fucking. I pigged out, like just pigged out on sushi, like with drinks and everything. My bill was like $35 US.
That's great.
Absolutely amazing.
Amazing, yeah.
That's it. I swear, guys. I swear I'll stop talking about it. I swear.
Let's not talk about Japan.
Let go. And there's companies that shoot out there, so it's not like you couldn't turn it into a business trip.
Can we do another break? I'm sorry because my boyfriend is calling me. I don't know what he wants.
Oh yeah, for sure. And we are back from break number 2.
Sorry. For so many
Small bladder. Small bladder.
Crazy.
She got up like, how have you not peed yet? I'm like, I do this all the time.
Yeah, I don't drink that much, I guess. I'm peeing so bad.
These things happen.
I guess.
But I totally forgot. Oh yeah, I was dodging talking about Japan, but yeah, I will give you food recommendations here in LA, like
exactly
good spots.
I would like that. Yeah, thank you.
And like some places that are very uniquely LA, because there are definitely some restaurants that are like, oh, this is just an LA thing.
Okay, that's interesting. I would like to see that. Yeah.
And like a couple of them are downtown, but like there's definitely some spots that are just like, okay, yeah, this is an LA spot.
Okay, maybe I didn't been in these LA spots.
Well, and back to the whole like why LA sucks for tourism. It's a rough town to like discover things in because of like, once again, everything being so spread out. You're not just gonna like walk a neighborhood and like try to discover shit.
No, yeah, that's like how I do. I just check on Google, and whatever I see nice reviews, I go.
Right. You have to like go. It has to be like a fucking set destination. Like, I'm going here.
Okay.
It's not like when I went to Madrid. I went to the Tribal district and I just bummed around.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, this is supposed to be the artist district. This is the former red light district. I'm just gonna get off the subway here and walk around and like the metro.
Okay.
And see what I see. You just can't do that in LA. You might either end up in like potentially some place you really don't want to be.
Okay.
Or shit's just so off the beaten path. And it's just like, I think it's one of the best and worst parts about LA. Like, as someone who lives here, it's awesome because I know where things are and I can just go to them. But as someone who's like coming here to explore and doesn't know the city,
all right, yes,
it's so easy to like miss out on shit because it's just like, if it's not the top page on Google when you're looking for something, you're never going to find it. And there are some fucking gems that are never going to pop up as like the top page on Google.
Okay, I want to go there, yeah, because I always just check on Google. I go the same shit place.
Well, and that's why, like, when I travel abroad, like, generally I stay in a place like in a neighborhood, and then I go into pubs, get a drink, and I try to strike up conversations with like people at the pub and be like, what should I see in your town? Where should I eat?
I should do that. Yeah, I don't do that often. I always trust on Google. Well, everywhere I go.
You and I are also physically different people. Like, no one, at least in my experience, no one's tried to pick me up like when I'm asking them for recommendations.
Yeah,
you might have a problem.
My house.
Like, oh, I'll cook you a meal, girl.
Exactly, no.
Or like, let me take you. Like, yeah, no one's.
We have to try different strategies.
Yeah, like no one in all my travels has ever done that. They've been like, "Well, let me take you." I've definitely like had some weird like meet people and end up partying with them all night, but I was confident none of them were trying to fuck me.
Yeah, exactly. Like, no, but I see in movies. It never happened to you. Like, just a random guy. Just can I give you a blowjob? Like this kind of weird things. Like never happened to you.
I mean, just the one time, and I was just, I was very flattered. I was just like, oh,
that's what you see in movies from America. Like, just weird people comes to you like, can I give you a blowjob?
Well, and it was just like, oh, I'm flattered, man. I must be looking good tonight. But yeah, I don't swing that way. I appreciate it. But also, like, in that situation, like, I'd never have a fear of violence coming from saying no.
Okay. No, yeah, for sure. You should feel like that.
Unfortunately, for women, that's not necessarily always the case, which is, fucked. Learn to accept no, motherfuckers. Exactly. Learn.
Please.
Just, if someone says no, just, it's that easy. Just like, okay, cool.
Yeah, for some people, it's not that easy.
No.
It's crazy.
And, like, as a dude, it's just, like, one of those things where, like, you often don't think about that. Like, other people have to go through life like that. It's just like, oh no, I'm a large white dude. Like, that doesn't look like he has any money. I pretty much skate through life not thinking about like that violence could possibly befall. I mean, to be fair, I'm constantly looking for it just because I'm a paranoid person, but the likelihood of it really befalling me is pretty low.
Yeah, I guess.
Like Colombia, there were a couple points where like, hey, we need to go. We're in the wrong place.
Yeah.
But that was just we're in the wrong place. And that could happen anywhere.
Exactly.
Where, unfortunately, women can be in a perfectly fine place. And it's just like, oh, this went really poorly because some dude's ego got hurt. Didn't mean for it to go dark, but
Yeah, you can feel the same here, no? Like if you go to some places that Not nice. Like bad decisions. I don't know.
For sure. But I was serious. We were about to wrap right before that last pee break. So we're going to call last call. We're going to get you out of here. But before we do, where can they find you on the things?
Dance.
No, the things. Like social media.
Like I had to dance.
Oh, yeah. No one told you there's a dance portion of this podcast?
I mean, I wouldn't mind, but I didn't know.
Yeah, the other two judges are actually behind the curtain. They're going to come out and we're going to compare scorecards.
What?
You're already losing. Like, you're already losing the dance competition right now.
That made me laugh so bad. Okay.
Sorry. My bad. Okay, hold on. Let me... So, okay, dead serious face. So where can they find you on social media?
Everywhere I have, unfortunately, different name, but pretty much the same. And like in Instagram, Agatha Vega, official, of FC with 2C at the end. On Twitter, Agatha Vega with 2A, and then official. And then OnlyFans, I think it's just Agatha Vega with 3A. I'm so stupid. I should do the same in every social.
Yeah, but everyone loses their social media all the fucking time. So, like, I get it.
Yeah, I don't know why I did different. So now it's a fucking problem to find me. But if you search and you find the one with most followers, that's me. If you find the Agatha Vega with 1,000 followers, that's not me.
Also, pro tip. If you're already following a bunch of people in the industry, look for the one that has mutuals.
Also, yeah, exactly. Yeah, so many people get scammed. It's so crazy.
Yeah,
I understand because it happened to me too, but we have to, research more. Like,
I feel bad for performers that like lose their account and like go and follow me right after they get a new account because it's like, oh, we don't have mutuals. I won't follow you back.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true.
But that's a little pro tip. Until next week, drink up, motherfuckers.